What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Crypto Coffee's channel, and happy Valentine's Day to all you beautiful Hexicans. We got Markable Thoughts here, and today we're on YouTube, Twitch, and Theta. So if you haven't heard by now, and if you might be on YouTube and you want to switch over, go to theta.tv/Crypto Coffee 369, and that's where we're going to be because we're going to make a big move in there. And it's going to be fun, but we'll still be streaming to all three platforms. And just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Go follow on Theta because we are, that's right, SigHex, we are going to exit scam YouTube. Not really. We still need YouTube. Nothing against YouTube, but it doesn't hurt to be in multiple rooms, right? Anyway, here with Markable Thoughts, a videographer and entrepreneur. And that's about all I know about you. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure, man. Well, I'm Mark. Today I started my YouTube channel, Markable Thoughts, as a result of the stream that I did yesterday with Belly Brandon. And yeah, I've been making videos for before the COVID times. I was filming public events and public speakers. I was making after movies, all those kinds of things, and I was always pushing people to post more on social media and to do more with videos, and no one was doing it. And I also couldn't really advise my clients to do it because I also wasn't doing it. And so when COVID started, I started to make a bunch of videos, just a daily video, just every single day. And I almost finished with an entire year right now with making a video every single day. And yeah, that has been working really well. And now I have my own community on Facebook. It's called the Trickle Media Community, where people can just post their videos and I help them make it better. And every day I still post a video there, how to make better videos, how to get better social media posts, stuff like that. And
very cool.
Yeah.
So you understand the power of community building and consistency as well.
For sure. This actually the biggest reason why I'm sitting here right now is because I saw how unique and strong the Hex community was. And I thought, well, I want to be part of that. And
that's right. Yeah, word of mouth is really the most powerful advertising, and community is pretty much stronger from everything I've seen. I've seen people throw money at ads and, they work to a degree, but nothing is more successful than developing a relationship one-to-one with a lot of these people. Like we know, and I recognize all these people: Hexy Mofo, SigHex, Korean Investor, Bob Andre, David Morales. All these guys, they come here every day in, day out. And over on Theta, we've got Ozy Mandias. Nice to see you on. And we've got Hexy Mofo on both platforms. Togos and, some new faces. Assholer. Nice to meet you, Assholer. I'm sure you wanted me to say that, right? And then, yeah, so, it's just really a unique thing. But what I'm really interested in is kind of your story, because you seem to be more entrepreneurial. And, for anybody that doesn't know Markable Thoughts, your course is called tricklemedia.com, right?
Yeah. So, I created a cryptocurrency course where everyone can right now just visit it for free. I have a website called trickle-media.com. I want to share my screen later on in this conversation because I have some thoughts. But yeah, you can go to that website, just make a free account, and then there are a bunch of things for members, but the cryptocurrency thing is in bonus content, and you can just freely access that.
Cool. Yeah, I just posted the link in the chat for everybody that wants to check it out. So you made a video every single day for a year, kind of like Hexologist.
Exactly. Yeah, that was when I saw that, I was like, oh man, he's beating me with his days. Like he was already at like 400 something.
Yeah,
it was cool. Yeah.
But you have been doing this without a YouTube channel until yesterday.
Yeah. So
interesting.
Which is interesting. Yeah. So what I did is I just did everything on Instagram for the first like 20 days or something.
Okay.
And I was just posting them I had my own challenge. Like I had nothing to do. Like all my revenue was just gone like this. So I had to do something different. And what I noticed is that...
Oh, wait, what happened? What happened to the revenue?
Oh, so yeah, I was filming the events and public speakers, and all of a sudden
Okay.
there were no events or yeah,
Oh,
the
I
public
see.
speakers
Yeah.
couldn't talk at events. And so what was happening is that the public speakers, they were invited to do interviews like this, for example, on stream. And then you would see a crappy background, like just the laundry in the background and whatever. And those
Yeah.
and those public speakers, they were getting paid like $5,000 for an hour on stage. So you can't come up then with a background that says, hey, you pay me like $100 to come on stage, right?
Yeah.
um, and I also knew that those people didn't know how to do it because they were paying me to do something like that, so it makes perfect sense.
Hmm.
So what I thought is, what if I can help those people? I'll just make a video every single day, and I will help them make better videos. So I came up with the technical things about how audio is more important than video, about just the lighting and all those things.
Wow.
Um, and at the
So you're
same time,
helping, sorry,
yeah,
you're helping former public speakers because of COVID, they can no longer speak on stage. So you identified the need right there that, hey,
yeah,
these people need to enhance their quality of virtual because everything is virtual. And so that's what you're doing. Just correct me if I have that wrong, but you also said audio is more important than video. I
yeah.
never, why would you say that?
Okay, I also broke this down in the yesterday's live streams. Really
Oh,
interesting thing is that Brand asked me what is one of the biggest tips that you can give streamers to upgrade their quality, and I said fix your audio,
hmm,
because there's a reason, there's um, a thing that when I'm editing videos, when I put in sound effects, I put my sound effects 1 or 2 frames before the video starts. And the reason I'm doing that is because audio gets detected by your brain quicker than visual things. And
hmm,
I think the reason for that, like, audio has priority over visual. And I think the reason is that when it's dark, when you're in like in a completely dark, like let's say forest or something, you can't
yeah.
see anything, and so you're fully relying on your hearing on
Wow.
audio.
I never thought
Um,
about that. That's true.
no,
So for hunters and for protection back in the prehistoric days, that's probably still true today.
yeah,
Interesting.
and that's what your brain does. And I can't show it right now, but like I can put my hands in front of here, and you can
Yeah,
still follow everything. You can still get the information. You understand everything.
right.
But if
And there's also the fact that a lot of people might be busy and have Twitter or Twitch on audio only mode, and so
Yep,
they're just so you're if you have bad audio, you're closing off the whole percentage of the population that doesn't have video to watch. So
and that's an extra thing, yeah, for sure.
mhm.
And yeah, so I've been helping public speakers mostly. They were already my clients, right? So they were already struggling with the Zoom calls and all those things. So I thought, well, I can help them. And then I was on Instagram only, but I got the advice from um, uh, just some people from another business group. They were saying isolate your target audience so you can
so
sell to them better.
so only one social media platform at a time,
No,
or
more isolate them in a way, like, for example, that's why I went to Facebook. In
okay,
Facebook you have groups, so you can isolate them. For example, in the Hex community, you isolate them in, for example, the Telegram group. It's not
right,
necessarily that you're only using one channel, but it's like one place where everything comes together. And so
okay,
on, for example, on Instagram, I was just relying on my videos getting in people's timeline. But
uh,
in Facebook, that would be a part of it. But some people would just literally go to the group and watch my videos.
I see. So Facebook unlocked more just avenues for people to listen and come in,
Yeah.
whereas Instagram was more limiting.
Yeah, it's kind of more, it feels like more your space when you have your own group, instead of that you're just contacting someone through a post or something. It's completely different, because you can, in Facebook groups, you can, for example, brand everything. So you have a banner and all those things.
Right.
It's
Yeah, chat
just a different
rooms.
feeling.
Yeah, places to come in and post and
Yep.
interact. Yeah, Instagram, I think I'm not too familiar with their live streaming and Instagram TV or IGTV, but from what I understand, it's pretty much just like live streaming, but you can only chat through the Instagram chat app. and there's no real community forum to come
No.
after the chat is over. So when IGTV shuts down, it's over, and you can't really interact past that point.
Yeah. And I don't know. I quit Instagram because I just didn't like the way it was. The way you had to communicate with people didn't feel like something that you could actually build upon. It's just
Mm-hmm.
something. Yeah, it just felt annoying to me.
Mm-hmm.
So then I went to Facebook, and I just focused on the Facebook group because I just wanted to get everyone there, and then see what happens then. But now I don't like Facebook anymore, so I'm moving
Okay.
away and creating my own website. But it made sense to now also have a YouTube channel just for fun and for whatever we're doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what made you steer away from Facebook?
I don't like what they're doing. Like I wasn't a big social media guy before, but then all of a sudden I was there. I was the most active guy over there for an entire year, and I just didn't like it anymore. Also, the fact that they changed the privacy settings again, also on WhatsApp, and it just seems really sinister every time they make a step again. And now that I also know a lot of people, their account got blocked, and they
Mm-hmm.
could only get back if they would upload their ID. This even happened to Richard, I
Yeah.
believe he said in the stream. And yeah, I don't agree with that.
Right. I mean, it's every time they come out with new regulations, you're just signing your life away to face not only Facebook, but the entire ecosystem, which is WhatsApp and Instagram as well. Although they are trying to break up Instagram and WhatsApp because it's antitrust law. But I agree. I mean, Facebook has not been friendly to cryptocurrency either. So a lot of groups, a lot of hex related posts, advertisements, just cryptocurrency general groups get blocked way quicker on Facebook and censored, whereas YouTube is still a little more open to that. But there is a need for these. Yeah, a little bit. Right? But
it's a big thing. It's also I haven't heard anyone say this, but I really think that the reason that Facebook wants your ID is just also to have more hold on you, have more information. But I think a big thing is that the KYC, right? They need to know the customer, and they are coming up with a cryptocurrency. Yeah. So I thought, well, probably it has something to do with that, right?
Yeah, they're going to own your life. I mean, it's going to be they're pre-KYCing you, so that you have to have. They really want you to only have one identity. So I tried to make a crypto coffee, for example, identity on Facebook, and they knew that because it was coming from the same IP address, they already had linked my identity of Matt to my normal Facebook, and they said, no, you can't make a second profile. And I'm like, holy shit, how did they know? I'm using a separate email, I'm using a separate name, crypto copy, so they must be identifying me based on a lower level. So I'm assuming that's IP address or something else that I'm not aware of, but they knew. So you can't even make multiple accounts on Facebook.
That's weird, man. It gets just more creepy. And also, that's also a thing. When they shut my account down and I need to upload an ID, I'm not going to do it. And so I need to move my audience away right now so that I still have my audience once that happens.
Yeah. So where are you moving them to? Just tricklemedia.com?
Yes. You've seen the website. It's nice. It's only like 20% done. It's going to be a better version of Facebook for my Facebook group. It's going to be great. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you're just going independent and totally building your own platform.
Yeah. That's a big thing. A lot of people told me you can't be without social media anymore. And I said, well, that's a bunch of nonsense. I can.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch me. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's
badass. That's what, the whole cryptocurrency ethos is all about, is just going your own way, being independent and not relying on a third party. Because, I monetize my YouTube channel, but I'm just one strike away, or one, let's say I say the wrong thing that YouTube doesn't like, I'm demonetized. And, if that's my only revenue source, that goes away. So we all need to be thinking about how to get revenue sources and just income, cash flow from not relying on these big central authorities. And so I know I'm planning on making a course for brand new people. And if anybody hasn't been to trickle-media.com, go check it out, because Mark has a whole amazing course on videography. And he also is tying in cryptocurrency. So I'm curious to ask you, how is the course going? How many people are signed up, and is it successful?
For the cryptocurrency course.
More so for the general course.
Hmm. So what I've been creating is it's called the Trickle Media Suite, and people
Okay.
can get a membership for $75 a month, and then they get my podcast called Mark My Thoughts. They get
Okay.
all the courses that I'm creating. Right now, that's an editing course and a video course. Next week, there's another course coming out, how to edit really nice audio stories, like more experience type of things. There are
Yeah.
assets coming out. I'm just creating a lot of assets and I'm putting it in there. And right
Yeah.
now, I haven't really. I want to finish everything, like building everything, and everything's done, and then I'm really want to promote it. But right now, there are like 16 people just paying me monthly to do things like that, and they love the courses for so far. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
great.
just I got to tell you, I clicked around a little bit and it's very high quality. So anybody that's listening right now, go to tricklemedia.com. Just the website alone is very well designed, but then the quality of the video content is very good. I mean, your audio is great. You've got a backdrop, which I need to change my backdrop to a real life backdrop, you know.
This is my logo. I made it myself. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I made
beautiful.
everything myself, by the way. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's badass. It's like you're doing it the right way, and that's kind of what I hope to kind of move towards. And I could probably even use your videos to learn myself. And anybody out there that is thinking about making videos or doing content, it's a super useful skill. And Mark is teaching people how to do it the right way and how to, be high quality, because let's be honest, a lot of the content out there is kind of garbage. And there's a few easy things you could do. You could buy a microphone like this one or like Mark's. It costs $100, maybe a little bit more, and immediately, your quality of audio is professional. Headphones, it's not super expensive. It doesn't have to be, but there are things you can learn. And I think video content is going to be the future of engaging with your audience, podcasting and all that stuff.
Yes, definitely.
It's the most effective way that I've found to build a community.
I have private clients that I just help with making better videos and getting more influential in their space, and it's so funny. You just have to send someone one video message and they love you. Like no one is sending video messages. It's insane.
Right.
At some point, I made a video message in the Hex group, and and like a lot of people saw that, and because no one's doing it, no one sends a video of their face and
Yeah.
saying something.
It's amazing. Nobody takes the time, and there's that. And then there's a lot of people that don't want to be public because they're scared or whatever. But
Yeah.
Richard Hart is right. When you sacrifice anonymity, you gain so much power. If you some people like to know who they're interacting with, and it's basically like being face to face in the real world, except now we're all stuck at home. So, and one of the methods I used to use for sales and prospecting was I used to film a personalized private YouTube video or unlisted YouTube video, and I
Hmm.
would send it to the CEO of, let's say, a local gym, and I would say, hey, John, I'm a big fan of physical fitness, and I really like what you're doing at your gym. Just wanted to run by you this strategy for social media marketing that you might not be aware of, blah blah blah. And when you send them a video, then all of a sudden you call them back and you say, hey, I was just wondering if you got my video earlier and if you had time to talk. It's no longer a cold call.
Yeah.
It's a hot call because they've already watched you,
I
and
like it.
they already think that they know who you are. At least they
Yeah.
know your face, even if they didn't click on the actual video. They
Yeah.
saw your face in the thumbnail,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, that's great
So
for business. If you also like when I made those daily videos, it wasn't until day like 100 or something that I actually started to sell something. And it was funny because then I got on some sales calls, and they were just those people, they saw me as their friend because they've been watching me every single day say something, and they've been interacting with me, and they had some casual calls with me just for fun. And it's like then selling just becomes so easy. You just say, hey, I
yeah,
have this. Yeah, sure, I'll buy it.
yep,
It's like
yeah,
the supporting factor comes with it as well.
exactly, exactly. I just realized that I never sent out the Theta link on Twitter, so that's probably why our Theta viewers are low. Um,
I did.
oops,
You didn't retreat me, man.
I'm so sorry.
That
Uh,
was the problem.
yeah, oops. So we're a little YouTube heavy right now, but I
Yeah.
think
Oh, well.
luckily we've got the hexicans out there that will just retweet stuff that we do no matter what. So
Oh yeah.
there's a
Oh
little,
yeah. I
and then
noticed that. If
hexstreamers.com. Yeah.
is that on or no? There are
Yeah.
also other streamers as well. I think right now,
Oh, really?
like
Yeah.
Joe Exotic. I think.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem is
He
we're
must be
always
there.
overlapping with somebody,
Yeah.
but that's okay.
Oh well.
Yeah,
What
we're
can
giving
we
some
do?
quality content here, guys. So thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Um,
people should watch things back as well. I watched a lot of things back, man. We
yeah,
got a
yeah,
lot. I think we even
yeah.
got a little bit too much.
Hey, I'm glad you said
A
that
little bit.
because that's kind of what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it.
Well,
Like,
that's why we're here. I
yeah,
think.
we're here to talk about, the inbound messaging in Hex is something that we've got it down. We're professional. Like there's always a Hex stream going on, but I think we're lacking in the outbound messaging area. And so that's what Mark does. That's what I try to do. I'm getting people like you on, which you're a perfect example of someone that has one foot in the community and one foot outside of the community because you have your own thing going on. Can you talk about how you tied your cryptocurrency course into your existing course?
So so it's a whole platform. It's not just a course.
Okay.
It's like a platform with a bunch of courses. That's at least how I'm creating it. But how I got so what I've done is I've created a community where people listen to me. People see me as the authority to on business and on video, on marketing, on well, I talk about a lot of things, how to improve your life. I talked to people how they can improve their videos through ice swimming. Just a bunch of things that
Wow.
no one would really think of, but I really see everything as one big whole or one big picture, and
Mm.
so I positioned myself in a way that a lot of people will think of my ideas on things before they actually do something, or whenever whatever I put out, they see it and they value it. And
Yeah.
so what I did is I was really quiet on the cryptocurrency part of my life. I've been in crypto since 2016, I think.
Wow.
Um, got wrecked dramatically in 2017, but
Same.
but that made me set myself up successfully in this bull market. And
Mm.
I saw, so I never wanted to share anything of crypto. I was like, this is my thing. No one's going to believe me anyways. I don't want all those discussions. It just takes me too much time and I don't win anything out of it. Um, and also when I'm shilling something to someone or when I'm promoting something,
Yeah.
it probably goes down and then I'm the bad guy, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. Giving
until
out
I saw,
financial advice is risky. It feels weird
yeah,
because, it we have to say we're not financial advisors, but it really is the biggest opportunity of all time. And I feel like I want to tell people about it, but I don't want to deal with, why did it go down 30% right after I bought
well,
it? This is your fault.
yeah, this exactly, and that's the whole thing. People are too, they don't think for themselves, and they just want
Yeah.
me to say to them, yeah, it's going up. I
Yeah.
don't like. I know. Like I don't know. I just think it's a good opportunity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just never wanted to promote it to anyone. I also said, yeah, I do it, but go do your own research. I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. Until I saw Hex, like I did some free claiming. I was an idiot and didn't jump on the AA, but hey,
Yeah.
oh
It's okay.
well. And once I found out how much it went up, and once I saw something on my balance, and I think, huh, that's interesting. Then I started to look into it again because I just quit crypto kind of in 2018 and
Mm.
19.
A lot of people
Um,
did.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
that's where I built my business, so it's perfect.
Yeah.
Um, but then I started to look into Hex, and I already knew Richard was a genius, so I thought this has to be good.
Yeah.
And then the more I watched, the more I got excited, and the more I thought this isn't just a crypto currency. This is something completely different. This is the
It's a rev.
perfect product. I think
Yeah.
it's yeah, there I just couldn't see any flaws, and that's where I thought this opportunity is so big that I'm going to feel really sad if I'm the only one that knew about this opportunity. So
Right.
only then I wanted to talk to my friends and my family, because now all of a sudden it is worth it to go through the whole hassle of, I don't know what this is. Do I press this button? All
Yeah.
those things, right? Like
Yeah.
now it's worth it, because when we're all winning, then I don't have to give them money, for example, because they were with me, you know?
Right. Exactly. That's how I feel about bringing crypto to my friends and family, the people that are very close to me. I want to make sure they understand it because I don't want to get rich alone. That's no fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to make sure that they understand because we're living through what I think is going to be a very huge wealth transfer. And a lot of people are fleeing conventional currencies and they're moving towards different stores of value. And there's alternative assets like cryptocurrency that just pump massively. And to not be involved in that, it seems like a bigger risk to me to not at least have a little bit in cryptocurrency.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying in the course as well. By the way, I'm saying like at some point I say what's the risk, and then I talk about money and what is money, and
Yeah.
then I actually explain to people like it's a bigger risk right now. Like if you stay in the dollar, you
Hmm.
have risk of it going down, and you have zero opportunity of it going up. And
Yeah.
if you go into crypto, you have chance that it goes down, but you have way more chance, at least right now, that it goes up,
Yeah.
especially in hex.
Yeah. All I see is opportunity. And the biggest risk is doing nothing at all. So that's what I tell people. It's like
Yeah.
you don't have to go all in. Don't put all your money in it, but
No.
there's a reason that there's a reason Tesla puts, 10% of its assets into cryptocurrency because through that volatility, the price you pay for volatility is potential for massive outsized gains. But the cost is volatility. So
Yeah.
that's why, I mean, you have to be okay. And then I always try to tell people before I get them in, hey, if this goes down 50%, 70%, that can happen. That's not unreasonable. But it can also go up 100x, 1000x, and that's what we're all in it for. Those crazy returns on top of
Yeah.
the interest.
And if you think about it, it's like, oh, I lost 90%. All right. But what if you would win 100x? Like, that's the amount of potential that there is versus
Mhm.
the amount of risk is just ridiculous right now.
Right, right, and that's what people don't see. People say, yeah, it's risky, but the risk reward ratio is
Oh,
very, very, very low when you realize how
lower
big the
than the dollar. Yeah. Like
yeah.
the dollar is like -1 if you make it a ratio, whatever.
Yeah, there's no risk in the dollar because you can always guarantee that it's going down in value. So it's consistently no risk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can lose your money. Yeah.
yeah.
I like that.
But people would
Yeah.
rather be in something stable and bleed out than something volatile and make massive gains. It's
I
weird. It's how psychology works.
I onboarded my dad today, and so my dad is a Mexican, by the way, now chat.
Nice.
So be happy,
Congrats.
have a party. Um, and my dad, when I explained Hex to him, he said, "Yeah, but he didn't understand how that was worth money because he said, well, I can't buy anything with it. So how is it like it's just a like a pyramid scheme or something, right?" I said I had to explain him how money works, and he's a financial uh,
Advisor?
advisor in
Wow.
companies, but it's like but money, right? Like he's so focused on euros and dollars
Mhm.
that nothing else is something, right?
Right.
It's
Well, it doesn't even
and
have to be money. It could be just a different asset, like a different form of
yeah,
value.
but a lot of people are being framed that cryptocurrency is like a uh like a money thing,
Right.
and
That's
we
why the
yeah,
word cryptocurrency, I feel like we should drop the
crypto
currency.
assets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it
Right.
was just interesting to me that he said that, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so it's interesting how we interpret things other in another way than a lot of people of like 50 years and older,
Right. Well,
because they
we're
never
in
experienced
frame
it.
of reference. Yeah. It's digital assets is what I like to call them when I'm talking to people that aren't in cryptocurrency, because even you've had Nassim Taleb, who wrote a great book about black swan events and probabilities. He's very well known. He just tweeted that I don't see how Bitcoin can ever be a currency with all of its volatility, and he doesn't realize, well, maybe Bitcoin is just a store of value. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a currency right now. Like, well, the currency is the dollar, sure. It's going to take 50 years before any cryptos become a currency, maybe 20 years. I don't know. But, right now they make a great place to keep all this extra, deflating dollars.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
it over in there.
I'm okay with it not being a currency. I'm okay with
Yeah,
it. Like
that's
like
fine.
like Richard says, right? Then the volatility goes away,
Right.
and we don't want that. So yeah, I'm okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, everybody that hasn't seen the course yet, I want to pull it up right now. Do you
Yeah.
mind, or do you want to pull it up on your end?
Yeah, I want to. I can pull it up, and then I want to talk about what I have for an idea for a website that I kind of want to collaborate with you on. If
Okay.
you're okay with that. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. I'll share it. Let's see.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not a course; it's a platform. It's kind of
Yeah.
like how it's not a project; it's a product. Right.
Exactly. So if we go to my website, tricklemedia.com, if you make an account just for free, you can log in. Then you get this dashboard. By the way, this is interesting for you, Coffee, maybe. This on the bottom here, this is going to be. I have friends that make like 3D virtual reality things. So
Wow.
he's going to make like animated water right here. That's just going to be like a pond because that's the
Wow.
branding, right, with the drops. So it's going to be cool. What I was thinking, or anyways, let's just a small tour. You get to the dashboard. To get to the cryptocurrency course, you go to bonus content, and then there's a cryptocurrency 101. Then you click on it, and well, yeah, you basically have all the videos right here. You can just, it's basically just a course platform, right? Yeah, introduction. I go through what is crypto in general. So this is how it's built up. This is like um, the ultimate pitch for hacks, because I'm talking about what is crypto.
Yeah.
I'm talking about why crypto, why you should care, and what the risk is, what the potential is, if it's still worth it to join. Then how to get started, just how to on ramp on Gemini, Binance, installing MetaMask, and then how to transfer funds. And then the last one is the biggest opportunity. What is hacks, how to buy hacks, how to stake hacks. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And the people that have gone through this, they love it. It's a part of it is me chopping up things. I've done a 2-hour crypto talk for friends and family, and I filmed it, and I basically just chopped up everything into small pieces and made a course out of it. And then I filled it up with these tutorial things like how to on ramp and all those things.
Yeah, what I really like about this strategy is that you spend, and this is what I'm doing, something similar in the course I'm building, is I'm spending the first, half of the video basically, or half of the course, talking about security and what is cryptocurrency and why get into it. And you're answering those frequently asked questions like, am I too late? What if I buy and the price goes down? So you want to focus on the education and the security, how to get a ledger, how to save your private keys, all that stuff, and lay the foundations before going into, hey, here's T-shares and here's some complicated stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you really got to reel it back a little bit, because I think we a lot of times are biased and we think
get
that
excited.
everybody should know. Yeah, we get excited, but we think everybody knows what we know, and it's not true at all.
For context, people, I told my dad, I told him, yeah, there's this hex coin and you can get 40% APY. And then his eyes got big and he said, I want that. I want the
Nice.
APY. So you don't necessarily have to explain everything. You just say, hey, this is what I talked about with Bran yesterday. We think that we have to explain why it's not a scam, but that's only because we are in crypto. The crypto people might think something is a scam. The people who never went to crypto, they don't know. They it's not part of their reality.
Right. Unless they think all of crypto is a scam, and then you could say why
Yeah,
all of crypto
yeah,
is, yeah.
exactly.
But they're not focused on the articles or the Twitter people and the talking heads on YouTube. They don't care.
Yeah,
They just think, what does it do? What is Hex, and how does it benefit me?
exactly. So yeah, I made this course, and it's accessible for anyone. You can just go to the website, log in, and I might host this course somewhere else as well, just to make it a little bit easier. But we'll see. So once you go back to the dashboard, for example, I have assets where you can go how to make the most engaging post format on social media, the TMC engagement framework, how I managed to get a ton of engagement within my own community, and then
That's
a gear list of what kind of gear you need to have the perfect video setup. So
See,
you can
that
just
right
download
there
it.
is so valuable for
Yeah.
any Hexagon watching. Like it just it ups your Twitter game, it ups your quality of content game, and the gear list is something that everybody's always asking about. You know, what kind of camera are you using? To be
Yeah.
honest, the gear is not as important as the first two, but it's still
No.
important. Like you still want to have a nice camera and everything, but just knowing about the strategy, the anatomy of a post, that's something that I've been trying to teach. And I'm not an expert either. I mean, you're probably more of an expert than I am. I
Oh,
mean,
we
you're a
can check it
professional.
out.
What's your education?
Uh,
Didn't you have a degree in videography?
no, I have a degree in like bachelor business administration.
Okay.
I always found it boring, and I was better at just yeah. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
found videography because I was sitting in an office, and I was like, "This is not for me. I need something better." And
Same.
yeah, I figured that I'm pretty good with visual thinking, and then I thought, well, I can make videos, and videos are going to grow in the coming years, so I'll just do that. And I got really good, traveled the world. I went to Indonesia and Washington to film public speakers, and then I was invited to go to Ukraine, Egypt, Canada, Dubai, and England. But then COVID hit, and then I started to do this.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, you've been in the
Yeah, this
industry.
doesn't matter.
I mean, that's more experience than I have. That's more experience than probably everybody watching has. So, guys, listen up. This is no joke.
Listen up. So wait, to I want to share it again. Wait. Because I wanted to finish my thought on this. Am I sharing? No. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're sharing.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
All
no.
right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. All right. So
you are.
I also have this other piece where there's courses, and you have an editing bootcamp and a video creator pro, how to grab that gear list and use for the best in the best possible way, and then
Yeah.
how to edit videos in those editing formats within 5 minutes, because I've been doing it every single day, so I needed to have a quick system to do that.
Yep.
So that's what I'm offering here, and there's going to be more courses. The reason that I'm showing this, one part is because I want to help the Hex community to make better videos. I think that's a good idea to make the streams even better. But also a big thing is I created something here. Like we can grab something like this. You're a web developer, right? If I'm not
I'm
mistaken, or
a
you can make them.
novice. Yeah, I know how to.
Yeah.
Uh,
What? All right. So, because I was thinking, what if we create like a website or a place where people can come, whether they know Hex or not, where they can learn about crypto, like in the most basic sense,
mhm.
and then slowly, just like my course, guide them to Hex. So what we can do is, for example, what I created here, I just grabbed um, my dashboard and I just rebranded it really quick. What if you make something like this, just something that looks smooth, and then you have courses on specific things, or you have videos on specific things, just really easy things, right? How to set up MetaMask, or how to do
Yep.
this and how to do that, and then we can make videos of it. But we can also make really short PDF files where people can also just read it like step by step.
Mhm.
And then yeah, that would look something like this. I think that we can use this kind of format, I think, to yeah, to make it easier for people to get into crypto.
Yeah. Um, that's kind of what I've been planning on. I've been focusing on video courses right now, so I've already filmed 3 out of 16 lessons. Which I've got everything scripted and written out, and kind of divided up into a logical way of how I think that a new person would start. But
Yep.
obviously, I'm going to need to interview and get feedback from the actual users, and get reviews and testimonials. And there's a lot of work to be done. But that is kind of something I was thinking about. What you mentioned with being a platform that people can come to and socialize, and maybe even an extra bonus tier of people that if they want to pay an extra $20 a month, they can talk to me one on one and get my personal answers of any
Yeah.
questions they might have. That all sounds like a great idea, and I was planning on building it in Kajabi. Have you ever used Kajabi?
Yeah, I've heard of Kajabi.
Yeah, it's a course
Um,
building
yeah.
subscription service. I was thinking about that because they offer inbuilt referral systems, and if my course or whatever had a referral system, then all of you watching could help promote this to, you know, people that are new to cryptocurrency. Because to be honest, it's not really for you guys watching. Everybody in the chat is a crypto pro, right? They made it this far, so they have to know at least something. So the ideal target audience is for people out there to share this with, their friends, their family, and get the referral bonus. And maybe if it's $100 for a one-time fee, you would get $50 for sending that to somebody you care about. Just all thoughts right now, but that's kind of where I want to take. That's how I want to monetize, right? Because I'm doing all this for free, and it's been over a year. And of course, Hex has done well, but we have to have some kind of consistent cash flow to help grow. And honestly, this not only grows us personally, but it helps grow Hex as a brand, and it helps the Hex price too. So by sharing the course with somebody, you're helping the Hex price go up because that person's probably going to buy Hex, but you're also making $50 for yourself, right? It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, there has to be incentive. I like that. I like the referral system. Right now, I have a good friend of mine who created this whole website, and we're building something insane right now. Like they're going to be features rolled out that I'm thinking like, how do you even make this?
Yeah.
And I think we're also going to template everything, so then we are able to just make this for anyone, for coaches, for you, for example, or for
Mhm.
whatever. We'll see. But this is really interesting, like a second Kajabi, but then I think better. Like
Yeah,
Kajabi
without
has
having
some
to pay a third
flaws, I
party.
think. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I think
that's a
Kajabi
great
is also
idea.
pretty expensive, you know.
It's $170 a month. So as long as you're selling more than
Um,
170 worth of courses, then it
that's
pays for
okay.
itself.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I do agree, going independent is always better, right? So if I might start with Kajabi, and then
yeah.
as we start building in the background, maybe move that content to our own platform. But this is all just ideas, and I think this is the route that I want to go.
Yeah.
I have a question though about, because I really want to talk to users and talk to get feedback from the real world. Have you gotten any feedback about the cryptocurrency course or the bonus content that you've made, and anybody saying that it was helpful, or what did people not understand and stuff like that?
People love that, man. Like the all the people that watched it, um, they found it extremely interesting. A lot of people are afraid of cryptocurrency. Like they hear the word and they're like, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's you have to really show it to them that it's pretty easy actually. Um, yeah, people loved it, man.
So
They
what do you think
yeah.
people are intimidated for? Is it just the technical jargon,
Yeah, there's too
or
much. It's just overwhelming. Like if you, so w- you have to imagine that if you go into cryptocurrency right now, Ethereum is almost at $2,000. Bitcoin is at almost $50,000. Like it's intimidating to even just
yeah,
jump in, even if you know all the technicalities. It's like it's so expensive, and so you're already feeling like you're jumping in on the high, even if
hmm
it's just kind of it's only beginning, right? But that's what we know. That's what we think. Um, but they
yeah,
don't see that because they have been seeing for years that they have missed something insane.
right. And that's where Hex comes in. Hex is only a year old, and it solves the unit bias problem because it's only a penny.
Exactly.
And this is serious psychological stuff. People would rather buy 100,000 of something for 1 penny than $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, because then they only get 2 Bitcoin. It's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
doesn't seem like as much, even though it's literally the same amount of money. They feel like they have much more, and they do have much more of a quantity of Hex when they put the same amount of money in. And not only that, but they have much more potential in terms of years in order for that to grow. So things grow in sort of an S curve, right? And Bitcoin might be reaching the near the top of its S curve, whereas Hex is only just at the beginning, at the bottom of the hockey stick, right? So it's different time periods, different unit biases. Yeah, and that's what I think. Yeah, a lot of people do get intimidated by just the sheer price of Bitcoin. But another section of the course I made, because this is just a hypothesis, but I think that we throw around so much terminology that scares people away as well.
Yep.
So oh, don't get wrecked, and this guy's a whale, and all this liquidity, and hodl, and what else? Scam. Everything's a scam, right? It's
Yeah.
like, what is a DEX? What is DeFi? And so I made a whole video just about what does this word mean, and why do we talk about it like this?
Yeah. That's
What
the
even
stuff
is
that we
crypto?
need.
Like, crypto is just short for cryptocurrency, but people probably don't know that. And what is BTC? Is BTC the same thing as Bitcoin? Yeah, it's just the ticker symbol for Bitcoin, right? So people might not know. So I really try to go from the base level.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's what we need, man. And that's why I think some kind of platform like that would be so valuable, where you can just click on, I want to learn the basics of crypto. I want to learn about Hex. I want to learn about T-shares. I want to learn about who are the best streamers, or what, just topics, for example. And I would love to, in some way, collaborate with you on that, because I think what we're thinking is really similar, and we both bring something different to the table, I think.
Yeah, well, I think we've both got, not to brag about us, but I think we're both very good at presentation and explaining concepts. So yeah, I agree. I think we will end up working together. Yeah.
Like, if you can just make a platform like that. I think Richard has also been talking about it, right? Like, you wanted to make a list or something with facts,
and
yeah.
Another thing, I was thinking about just taking Richard's rebuttal list and making a video for every single rebuttal.
Is it already done or no?
I think he's maybe like 90% done, but
I like how he made. I like how he included himself there, and then he stated things. It's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that would make a great mini series as well. Just for every FAQ, just a 2 or 3 minute video.
Yeah, man, easy. Yeah,
people like to consume their content visually, like you said, and they don't like to read, as we know. Because if everybody read the Hex website, no, there'd be a lot less questions.
But then there are also a lot of people that like to read instead of watch.
True. Yeah, I guess there's something for everybody, right? And that's where the PDFs come in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to add as much things as possible in different formats, because there are always different people. Like, there are like visual people, but also auditory people that just want to listen, and then also, what was it again? Like, more people that just like to read, that are more internally interested, like introverts. So you want to hit all three of them, because a lot of times the people that read are really smart, and a lot of people that are visually really good are really good at marketing and communication and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I was just talking on a stream the other day about how everything is a spectrum, and it's good to try to do both if you can. Like, everybody has to be a generalist and a specialist. Everybody has to do inbound messaging and outbound messaging. Marketing and developers are generally opposite ends of the spectrum, right? But that goes with being an introvert and an extrovert. Everybody's both, but it's beneficial if you can be somewhere in the middle. But if you are on one of the extremes, that's also beneficial, because that means you're probably a specialist in certain things as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we need to make it easier. Like, it's such a hassle to help someone get into crypto. It's insane. I've been doing it a few times. Like, I did that presentation and all that, but then still I have to almost literally grab their hand and use their mouse and do things. Yeah, you have to click there. Yeah, it's this address. Yeah,
Mm,
it's like a bank account. And where's your wallet? They don't even know where to click, right? And
yeah,
it's such a it's such a hassle. And I know that if I almost don't want to do it just because it's so much work, then there's something wrong. And I think, yeah, the outbound messaging is really, really good. But then we also, that's why I really wanted to talk about that idea of the website and then
yeah.
the systems. Also, Kareem, by the way, he messaged me privately and he said that he wanted to work with us on that as well. So,
Okay,
for example, he can add some things on the mathematics part of things, right? Really explain
sure.
things easily. That
Yeah,
might
we'll
be
talk about
interesting. Yeah,
it, definitely. And this
and
goes along with the North Star that I was talking about for Hex, right? So we have this vision of mass adoption, and it's built on the foundation product, which is the Hex smart contract itself. But the three things that you need to build on top of that product are inbound messaging, which we're killing it. We're fine on inbound messaging. Outbound messaging. Outbound messaging is very important. And then finally, tools and infrastructure. And I think what we're talking about building is a mixture of outbound messaging and infrastructure, because
yeah,
the platform would be a tool, not only just outbound messaging, but a hub of activity where you can come ask any question you want and get an answer tailored to you and your custom, because everybody has their own unique needs.
yeah, definitely. I like that the way you explained that. It's definitely a tool. That's what I wanted to say. It's like we can do the outbound messaging, but the moment we say, "Hey, buy Hex," then they have to go through the whole thing, and
Yeah,
we already know from selling from sales pages and whatever, people already think it's too much work if they have to press two buttons instead of one, and now they have to onboard on crypto as a
yeah,
whole
yep,
where everything gets censored as well, that people you can't even really find crypto stuff, and there are so many scams and stuff. Come on,
yep,
that's not okay. So if we have first the platform and the whole things, then everyone can link to that platform and
yeah,
say, hey, this is where you get started, and then there's a giant button on the website, how to get started in crypto, how to get started in Hex, and those things, and then you just start a whole course or whatever.
I love it. I love it. And one thing too, I don't know about you, but I think it's so much easier to build during a bear market. I mean, you built your
Yeah,
entire Facebook empire in a bear market. I'm having a hard time making these videos because of these gas prices, because of the bull market.
yeah,
Who's going to want to get in if they got to pay $120 for a round trip gas fee?
that's
And
hard, man.
it's hard. So personally, I'm almost looking forward to the bear market, because really, I know it sounds terrible, but
Building time. Yeah, no,
building,
I get it. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely, man. That's a good point. It's kind of hard to get people on Hex right now, but because people don't understand it and they want to dabble first, like yeah, $500.
yeah.
But then
It's hard to
like
get people on Bitcoin. It's hard to get people on ETH.
yeah,
They don't even want to spend, $15 transaction fee to Coinbase.
which makes me think if the transaction costs of Ethereum finally get fixed, are we going to get a massive bump? Maybe. That's just what
That's
I'm thinking right now. That might be.
that's why I think that this bull market is going to last a lot longer than all the previous ones, because it's going now, right? And then when these L2 solutions come in for Uniswap, and these different chains are going to start competing and taking some of the projects over there, like to Dot and Kusama, and it's going to reignite the bull market, because now there's a new wave of retail that can get in.
Yeah,
So
cool.
we're
Nice.
gatekeeping ourselves right now.
Yeah, don't get it. I don't want you to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
So I think this bull market
Would-
might last until 2022.
Oh yeah, easy. I don't see it any time stopping in 2021. I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
22 might I maybe even end of 22. I don't know. It's weird right now. I just find it weird. It feels so different. Like I noticed my dad talking about crypto with my uncle, and if I would have seen that in 2017, I would have gotten scared. Like but now I thought, oh, it's just beginning. It's nothing. Like, it's interesting how it feels weird right now. It's like everything
Yes.
says it has to stop, but then also everything says it's just beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, the sentiment is really overly positive. People are like crazy about crypto, but it's just getting started, and the companies are just getting in. There's going to be this cascading effect of all these different corporations now want to add it to their balance sheet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen my video where I try to predict the top of the bull market?
No,
Okay,
I have
I'll
not
show
seen
you a
that one.
chart.
Yeah, sure.
And because cycles are lengthening, right? So for anybody that hasn't seen this yet, it's based on the premise that every cycle gets longer because it takes more money into the system.
Makes sense.
Yeah, pretty reasonable. And hold on, I'm just pulling up the chart.
By the way, yesterday also I wanted to say every stream, but now, until now, every stream someone says Woody Harrelson.
Yeah,
So
Jonathan, the guy from Zombieland.
yeah, exactly. It's funny.
It's good. Hey, my celebrity lookalike is I've heard Ryan from The Office. I don't know.
Amazing. Not
Yeah,
really, but it's just funny to see you like Ryan. Oh
exactly.
wait, yeah, the hair. Maybe I don't
Maybe. Hey, I'll take it. Whatever.
know.
So here is the BLX chart. This is the oldest Bitcoin chart we have. What I want everybody to look at is, first of all, the vertical lines. What's happening with the vertical lines? They're getting shorter. Every time they get shorter. So the pump is lowered by a factor of maybe 10 or so every time. So the first cycle we had a 300,000% gain. Next cycle we only had a 50,000% gain. Next cycle we had an 11,000% gain. This cycle, who knows? I think we might we'd be lucky to get a 10x. Maybe we'll get a 5x out of Bitcoin, maybe 3x from here. But notice that what's even more important is the horizontal lines. So this is what I mean by lengthening cycles, right? Every time there's a cycle, the number of days from bottom to bottom gets longer. And so if we try to draw a trend in the number of days, if the trend from the rate of change of increase from cycle 1 to cycle 2 and the rate of change of increase from cycle 2 to cycle 3, if we assume that rate of change to be constant, then we can extrapolate and say the rate of change of increase from cycle 3 to cycle 4 would be a total of 1,547 days. So 1,547 days from the bottom on December 3rd, 2018 would put us at at another bottom of February 27th, 2023, and another top at October 17th, 2022.
Oh, so I kind of was the same. My prediction was kind of on point with this.
Cool.
Makes sense, yeah.
So it could just be numbers that I'm pulling out of my ass, but yeah.
Well, aren't we all?
We are. That's the game. That's all anybody wants to hear. Give me your price prediction.
Give me some hopium.
That's right. Straight into the blood. Great to see you, Bran. Good to see you on Twitch over there. Hey, Bran, hop over to Theta, dude. Everybody smash the likes, Hulk smash, and subscribe. Bob Andre, good to see you. He said Tesla is accepting crypto. Now has the largest mining rig in the world. Did you know that? I had no idea.
The mining rig, like I think he means all the that. When I read that, I thought maybe he means all the cars that can
maybe
be
all
used.
The batteries.
Check the next comment. So meanwhile, countries around the world are realizing they can't regulate it, so they start mining. Now there's a mining craze, and Elon is getting 1 BTC per Cybertruck. Like he has a lot of power, man. Like he has a lot of, power.
Well, literally, he has a lot of batteries. He's got
exactly. Yeah.
He's mining lithium in the bottom of the ocean, and if that was even switched on for a little bit, or maybe he does have that company where he's trying to create a connected grid right now in Australia, there's a grid of these power walls. I think they're called power walls,
Yeah.
and they sell the excess electricity into a network, which I think is Energy Web Chain. It's an altcoin. Don't buy it,
Oh,
but
I don't. Yeah, don't
yeah,
buy it.
they're selling the excess energy into this chain, and if all that excess energy was used for something like Bitcoin mining, hey, that could be true.
Also, he has like giant solar farms, right?
Yeah, well, that's a
Might be
separate
wrong,
company,
but
I think. Solar City.
yeah, but like he can basically in theory he could use stuff, right? I don't know exactly how those systems work, but I
It'd
mean,
be funny
if
if
we're
you just
already talking about how much power he has, like he can go anywhere and get that power, I guess.
it's going to be the biggest Dogecoin mining farm in the world.
Exactly. Yeah, he's gonna dump on the market.
Yeah. Did you see there's like one Dogecoin holder that has something like 10% of all of the coins?
Oh yeah,
He's been dumping
interesting.
on everybody.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, I spend as little time as possible talking or watching nonsense coins. I just basically really just pay attention to X. That's basically it. And I
True.
get some information on ETH, and the rest I don't know. I should have paid more attention to DOT, I think, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's going to be a new trend of Ethereum killers, and everyone's going to try to replace Ethereum, and that's actually going to be good for Ethereum because it's going to take all of the garbage off
Yeah.
of Ethereum, and the garbage is going to go to DOT.
Well, if that happens, like in I think it's going to happen, but in 2017, everyone's saying it, and then no one went away from Ethereum. So
Yeah, true. Yeah, there was a wave of things like Tezos, right? That was supposed to replace Ethereum.
yeah, they tried, and then yeah, I don't know what
Well,
happened with it, but I didn't
it's
hear
still going.
anything.
It's still pumping. I mean, everything is pumping, but
Mm.
you know,
I'm also not the expert to talk about this stuff. This is just things that I experience, I guess.
yeah. What's the coin that you lost the most money on?
Substratum, I think. Have
Oh,
you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
They were like, we're going to decentralize the internet. And then I don't know. I don't know if it like literally was a scam, but I never saw my money back. Like, well, I had everything, but just the price went down hard.
Yeah, yeah. My biggest bag was called Stratus. It was basically like
Oh
Ethereum
yeah.
on Microsoft Azure or something. And I was
Funny to talk about those things afterwards.
yeah. It's like wow,
But
I really bought into that.
it's interesting because I made a lot of money and then I lost a lot of money. So basically, I was just flatlining at some point. And if I would just hold Bitcoin, then I would be up times 5, and now times 10. So
Yeah, it's like
well, that's why I'm holding onto Hex right now. I think it's a good idea.
right. Yeah, all the people that ever made money in crypto were holders, and it's easy to say, oh, if you bought Bitcoin in 2010, you'd be a billionaire now. But you could have sold it at 100. You could have sold it at
Yeah,
1,000. Maybe you were happy with 1,000x gains, and you sold, and you didn't realize that 10,000x.
which would be still a really good deal though. Like
True.
people shit on those people, but I'm like that's a good deal.
Oh, they're out, and they got their money. And people like Charlie Shrem, the guy that invented the very first Bitcoin exchange. Forgot what it was
I don't
called.
know.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about Bitcoin anymore. He got arrested, and now he's out of jail, and he's a billionaire. So
Yeah, he doesn't care.
he's out.
Interesting. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, cool, man.
well, hey, we're at an hour and 7 minutes. Did you have any topics, questions you wanted to bring up?
The most what I wanted to talk about is we need to fix the outbound stuff, and so I just made the YouTube channel called Markable Thoughts. You see it in the name,
Mhm.
and a big reason of that, like there are multiple reasons for that. I think I'm pretty. My thoughts are going more places than a lot of people around me, so I think it's a good thing to share them.
Yeah.
And I noticed in my group that a lot of people get value out of what I'm saying, what I'm thinking. So I wanted to put stuff out there. The idea was to put it in the platform. I'm also doing that, but then I thought, well, people are asking for my YouTube channel, and I don't have one. That's stupid. So now I also have a YouTube channel, and I'm going to put my thoughts in there. It's going to be crypto related, but it's also not going to be crypto related.
I
And
think
I
that's a
think
great idea.
that's a big thing. So what I noticed is that if we, I've been talking about this on the stream yesterday as well, is that it feels so good to just be with Hex people and just kick around and just have some
Yeah.
fun. And
Pat ourselves on the back and talk about how
yeah,
awesome we are.
exactly. And it's hard to do the outbound messaging because it doesn't give us that much. Um, what's it called? The happiness feeling. The
Yeah.
doesn't what's that chemical? I
Oh,
forgot.
serotonin.
Yeah, it doesn't give us that. It's just then it becomes work, right? And
Yeah.
the big thing is that, and I think a lot of people in crypto don't understand is that a lot of people are just in crypto. They're like, now is the bull market. I'm just in crypto. But everyone knows that the bull market becomes a bear market. And then everyone's going to whine again. And then everyone is going to their shitty job or whatever, or they made sick ass gains. That
Right.
can
Right.
be as well. But
Right.
I just see a trend where people get really excited when there's a bull market and then they get really depressed when there's a bear market. And I'm like, that's not the right way of doing it. That's not the way rich people are investing. They're not putting everything on there and then they're doing nothing except for chatting in a Telegram chat. No, they're building stuff. They're doing things and then they have their assets and put it in somewhere else. And I think that if we can make stuff ourselves, if we can combine those two, then what you're doing is you're increasing your outbound messaging as well. You're building your own brand. You're actually setting something up for yourself, and you're helping the Hex community, and you're helping your assets grow. So it's like a double win. Like a lot of people, it feels like gaming all of a sudden. It feels a little bit like gaming where it just feels good when you're texting with the people in the Telegram, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's going up, it's going up, oh, it's
Yeah.
going down, but it will go up, and
Yeah.
it just
Richard
feels good.
makes a tweet and you get a little dopamine and
Yeah,
you know, that's
exactly.
that's it.
But then you're just consuming, and I'm talking about this a lot. You get depressed when you are just consuming constantly because you're not in control. You're not doing anything. You're just you're just on a string of hope or something.
That's
Um,
beautiful thing to way to put it, because everybody needs to hear that. Like, if you don't create as much as you consume or even more, you're going to be really psychologically depressed. Nobody talks about that because we live in a consumption society. It's all about, oh, I got to go watch this video. What coin is Chico Crypto pumping today? Or what coin is Ivan on Tech pump? I don't mean to call them out or anything, but they're the ones creating. They're having fun.
yeah,
And it really is fun to create. But what you're doing, and what I think I will eventually do, is crossover, cross-pollination. So make another channel. I might make another channel one day about just something else that I like, because quite honestly, crypto people, there's not that many of us compared to the whole world. I mean, even Richard Hart says he'd get more views if he reviewed keyboards. And so if you can do something like that Andre guy does, where he has a million subscribers and he reviews telephones, like cell phones, and on every cell phone he has hex.com on the phone. And
oh
when it's
yeah, I haven't seen that.
wallpaper, yeah, he one of his videos has 1 million views, and it's a Samsung Galaxy 8 and like a Google Pixel, and he pours a liter of Coke on them, and he's like, which one will survive? And it's just stupid stuff like that gets so many views, so much more so than any cryptocurrency video. So whatever hobby you have out there, whatever you like, there's a way to combine Hex into it and combine the crypto education into it.
Just make stuff. Like if you think about this, who are the most successful people in the world? Creators, producers. Consumers don't do anything. Like consumers are there to consume, and you need to consume stuff to produce. Like you have to eat to be alive and to be productive. But we got it so backwards where we are consuming so incredibly much that we just don't know anymore how it is to create, and that's sad. If you think about that, that's so sad. But there's also a big opportunity that because there are so little people that know how to create, it's really easy to get in the top 20%.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
It's amazing. It's there's a reason that every house you see in Malibu now, these mansions on the hills, they're YouTube creators. A lot of them, like they're making their not all of them, but uh, you can do like anything you want. And when you take the red pill and you basically just make a video and put yourself out there,
Yeah,
you'll be pretty surprised how many people care about what you have to say.
it's so interesting. Like I also it's like I I posted something to a few days ago to my group, and I said it's funny how little people understand that you can make money with literally anything online nowadays. Like there are people that have a full-time job building Minecraft worlds.
Yes,
Understand that they're building Minecraft worlds for YouTubers so that they can play games in those worlds.
yes. Have you
They're
seen
full-time. What?
the latest trend is Pokemon cards. There are people on Twitch that open decks of Pokemon cards and they're getting millions of subscribers. And apparently Pokemon cards are back again. They're the trend is back. And
Man,
these holographic Charizards are selling for thousands of dollars. I don't know how this happened, but
I
in
don't get it, man. I don't get that stuff. I don't
yeah,
know. But hey, it's okay if you like that. If you're into stuff like that, go do something like that. I prefer to do stuff that actually helps the world, but fun is also important, I guess. I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, it's okay. Nostalgia is
It's
fine. Like
it's not wrong. Like
it's
it's
not.
fun. It's fine. It's better than doing having a shitty job and whining about it. That's for sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And it's just it's interesting where I have a video where I talk about how you need to be lightning instead of clouds. Like you have to be intensive. You want to you want to go to one place. You have to be decisive, like lightning. You don't want to be like clouds that just go where all the other clouds go. And I sent that to a friend of mine. I lived with her in Norway for half a year, and I sent it to her, and she told me, "Yeah, that's a great video. I would like to be a cloud." And I was like, "Huh, that's an interesting answer." And she was owning it, so it was great. We need some clouds because otherwise you can't have lightning. But
Yeah.
um, like she said, well, yeah, you have this company and all, and you do all these things, but I would like to just have a 9 to 5 job and be secure with this and to just don't have to think about anything when I get home. And that's fair. We need people like that, and I'm actually pretty happy that some people can be happy with it. But then
Yeah.
also she was on under the impression that she had more freedom than I did, and that's just weird to me. Like I spend my time however I want, whenever I work, whenever I want, and
Yeah.
I don't know. From my point of view, I'm creating way more, and I have just way more fun and freedom than most people. So
Well, maybe some people define freedom as fitting into the system.
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
big
maybe. Good point.
I don't obviously like personally. I'm a crypto guy. Like of course I want freedom and
Yeah,
radically different, no laws, no nothing like that. So I believe in a lot of weird stuff, but it does go against society. And when you go against the common wisdom of society, they will kind of shun you because they don't understand what you're doing. So maybe that would feel bad to some people. Maybe some people value fitting in more than they value being independent.
yeah, I think so.
Uh, I don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah, I'm not the right person to talk about that because I always found it weird that common thought was not common to me. Like common
Yeah,
knowledge is not knowledge at all. It's just a lot
yeah.
of people don't know anything. It's interesting.
A lot
By the
of
way,
people.
I'm more of a Blastoise guy. I like
I was gonna
Blastoise.
ask. Blastoise is pretty badass. Giant
But
turtle.
yeah, exactly. And so for the YouTube the channel that I have, I'm going to use it more as a way to express my thoughts and to just I'm starting to become more of a public figure where I just bring my thoughts out and people appreciate it, and I help people with their lives and with their videos and with their business.
Hmm.
And so I'm going to put my own thoughts out, but I'm also going to I really want to make that platform for hacks, and then I'm creating that, and then I'm documenting the creation of that, and then people will find uh, people like documentation. So for everyone that's watching, for everyone that wants to create their own stream or wants to do whatever with video, it's way better to document than to try and create something. Gary Vaynerchuk says this all the time. um, it's it's more valuable to everyone when you document stuff, when you show processes, when you show steps, because
Hmm.
everyone likes to see a process. Everyone likes to see the fat kid get buff and
Yeah,
muscular and all that. Everyone likes to see the struggles and the things that happen instead of just the end result. And so when you have something that is kind of raw and not highly edited, people like that, and your trustworthiness goes up. So um yeah, make document more of your process. Like when we are going to create that platform, it's better to just put it out and then show people how it's improving than trying to get it perfect the first time and then not getting it perfect anyways.
that's another thing. That's another point that I've struggled with is being too much of a perfectionist that you get paralyzed by it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I'll film a video. I've actually deleted and not even released a probably handful, 5 or 10 videos that I've made. I probably should have just put them out there because, even if they were bad and shitty, it's better than doing nothing at all. And nothing you ever do will be perfect because afterwards you're going to replay it in your head and you're going to say, oh, I could have said that at that point. I could have said that. But you can just, you can paralyze yourself. And if you keep thinking like it's not good enough, you're never going to do anything. So,
So what I'm telling a lot of people, just make a video. Just make the video and post it. Because first of all, you also don't even know how much value you can bring to people, because you're constantly telling your own story in your mind. So whenever I say something, I already know that stuff.
yeah,
So when you post a video, you have no idea how valuable it is to people.
right.
No idea.
Well, that kind of goes along. I was just reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and it's
Oh,
about
I've
change.
read that, man. I
Really?
love that. Yeah.
Oh, it was so cool. I mean, it's about your self-image, and you might not think that you have anything valuable to add, but if you change, it's like the operating system that your brain works on. You have to go really deep and change the base level of how you think about yourself. But if you start to just believe that you're a person that has value to add, you put it out there and people will start to listen to you because I mean you have some kind of value and you're not going to know until you put it out there and you get feedback. Maybe you get a lot of negative feedback and then you can that it goes into the feedback loop and then you adjust
Yeah.
accordingly and you reposition yourself, but you're never going to know unless you act, and then you
You,
course correct. We kind of go like this towards our goal. We don't go in a straight line.
exactly. You know the story that really blew my mind in that book? The
Well,
moment that they talk about there was a guy that got cancer, and then he got some kind of treatment or some kind of medicine, and he believed that that worked. So then the cancer got away. Or maybe this psycho-cybernetics, or you are the placebo. I don't know.
there's one
But
similar story that somebody had his wife or somebody had a girlfriend and he asked her to marry him and she said no, and she got so angry that he tried to marry her that she put a curse on him, like a voodoo curse. I think they were from
yeah,
the Caribbean where they believe in like that kind of thing. And so he started feeling really sick and looking bad. He lost a lot of weight. um, he had some kind of a tumor on his face and he went to a doctor to get it removed, and the doctor played into his belief system and said, hey, by removing this tumor, this is where the curse it lies, so I'm removing the curse from you. And it really had nothing to do with the tumor, nothing to do with being cursed. He started looking and feeling way better. His life improved just because he believed that he was cursed, and he believed that the doctor was somebody that could save him from a curse. So in a way, that's kind of like how we think about everything.
yeah, exactly. And it's just, yeah,
The
that's
same
a
story.
yeah, kind of. It's the same the same idea. I was talking about a guy that had cancer, and then he got a medicine, and he got rid of his cancer. But then to like months later or something, he got a news article saying that that medicine was nonsense, and then he got
Mhm.
cancer again, and then he got treated again, and then his cancer went away, and then he found out that something again didn't work, and then he got cancer again, and then he died. It's like
Wow.
it's a sad story, but it's something that just points out how intensely important your mindset is. It's just insane. Also, the moment that I understood, hey, I have stuff to say, my things are valuable. That was the moment that my life just improved 10x.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my life has been improving on a similar level ever since Hex launched because I started talking to people and as acting as if I had something to say, which I really did. But you know, I was kind of just acting at first and trying to act like somebody I wanted to be. And 1 year later, I'm much wealthier, much happier. Uh, I'm not a huge success story. I still have a long way to go, but a lot of people had a really rough year. I had a pretty good year. I had I had a pretty good time during COVID. Um, no offense to anyone out there, but I'm just saying you can change yourself. I'm not trying to brag about myself too much, but
You're
yeah,
so
it's just
American.
yeah, we're all the same. So
Eh,
you came from Norway, or were you born in America?
what?
Were you born in Norway?
No, I'm just born in the Netherlands, and I'm
Okay,
still living in the Netherlands. I just lived half a year in the Norway for a study for
I
business
see.
administration. It
Gotcha.
was a lot of fun, man. I like that
Yeah,
country.
yeah, it's someplace I want to go
It's kind
someday.
of maybe you can see it a little bit, but I think I have some ancestors there or something.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I've traveled a decent amount. I spent half a year in Australia, so Sydney. That
Cool.
was a great time. Been to Thailand, been to Greece, but yeah, America is okay. It's some place that I might actually leave once I get crypto rich.
I would
So
never go there, man, to live.
really,
It's a mess.
yeah, oh, politically, yeah,
All you Americans, your country is a mess. Flip that. But the
yeah,
Americans are cool, but just the country is a mess, man.
yeah,
Nature is
yeah.
cool, but yeah.
Here's the
Well,
thing. It's like we all know. We all know.
yeah, exactly. No one contradicts me when I say it. Like if someone says, "Yeah, I know. Leave me alone."
Yeah.
Funny, man.
Well, I mean, it's a good place to grow up. I'm from Chicago, and everybody seems to think that it's all just gangbangers and people dying every day. But I mean, that's kind of true. But where I live is very, very nice. Now, as far as things like taxes and things like property ownership, and there's other countries that are more free, I think. So
Yeah,
I do plan on actually maybe getting a dual citizenship or some other residence somewhere someday. Um, but that's just a personal lifestyle choice.
we'll
I'm not
see.
saying that that's right for everybody.
No life advice. We
Yeah,
only give financial advice here. No
exactly.
life advice. Yeah, cool,
Yeah.
man. So, do we have anything else?
I don't know. We covered a lot. I hope everybody found value in that. I think there was a lot of good clips there. I'm gonna download this and I'll send it to you if you want to repost it anywhere.
Yeah,
Um,
sure, definitely.
and yeah. So everybody on Theta, thank you for watching. Everybody on YouTube, shame on you. Just kidding.
Shame on you. You know, I want to. I'm kind of at the beginning right now of the streaming stuff. I would love to do some more on YouTube right now, and especially for the. I think I want to add some valuable to the hacks community in just another way, instead of only talking about hacks. To just give whatever I've been giving to my community, also to the hacks community, and see how that goes. Yes, I love these streams, man. It's really
Yeah,
cool. We can
very
talk about
excited.
a lot of things, and
I'm excited to see your channel and how that progresses.
yeah, for sure, it's going to be interesting. It's just another thing that we can do, and
Yeah,
yeah, I would love to have that that platform. It sounds like such a good idea, just not only for hacks, but just for crypto in general, because what we need to do. if we think about it in a bigger format, is that we want to onboard more people on Hex, but to do that, we need to onboard more people on crypto. And for now, like the user interface for crypto in general has improved so much since 2017. Like it's so much easier to onboard yourself onto crypto. But that's for us. But
True.
people who have never seen anything, they still think it's really hard because there's no instruction manual, there's no customer service, there's just it's so weird to people. So if we can make it easy for people to really have a hub for just crypto in general, and then tell people that most cryptos are nonsense, and then you talk about tax, might work.
It's definitely going to work. And like I said earlier, it's three things, guys: inbound messaging, outbound messaging, and infrastructure. So right now we're talking about outbound messaging and infrastructure. The platform would be the tools, and the outbound messaging would be all the people that we tell about these tools. Inbound messaging, I think we're doing a great job. But those are the three goals, I think, that lead to crypto mass adoption and Hex mass adoption.
How do you think the Staker app will help? Because I have the smart wallet now, but I still well, it's kind of hard to get that smart wallet right now. So that's going to get better, I guess. Do you think that's the best way to onboard people? What do you think?
Well, gas fees right now make it unusable, but I think that will evolve into the killer app. I really do. I think it has all the right design intentions, all the right features: USD onboarding, multi-staking, pay fees in USDC. All the features that make UX shitty in crypto are solved by Staker app.
Perfect.
So I
Yeah,
think it's
I
going to be
was thinking that as well. It just needs a few more steps, but that's okay. It's pretty new, so I'm fully backing those guys. It's amazing what they've done until this
Yep.
moment.
And that's another for whatever platform we build. It's going to be heavily influenced by Staker app. There's going to be entire courses about Staker app.
For sure, man. Yeah, definitely. That was what I was thinking as well. Like we need a different section for Staker app, and maybe we can even get because also know that there are more websites and there are different kinds of things, and maybe we can join forces with everyone where we can like I can provide some videos and I can provide some PDFs and I can provide the like Photoshop art and all that stuff, like thumbnails and stuff like that. And then we need someone that might be able to integrate different stuff. Like maybe we can integrate hex.vision into the website for all the information.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that, we can do that, and then everything gets integrated, right? And then everything is really clean. Because we didn't really mention that, but I really wanted to talk about how Hex is evolving, and Hex has to become more grown, like more like an it's not a child anymore. Like it's when we see Richard talking about that the beginning, he just used the communication like it looked like a scam, but it really wasn't, so that more people would get in, so more dummies would get in, and that makes complete sense. But I think now we're at the moment, and you have been working on the new website, so you know probably even more than I do. The branding has to change a little bit. It has to shift a little bit to really clean designs and really show trustworthiness instead of.
Yeah, businesses do this all the time. It's called pivoting. You need to pivot into something more professional, not only with the tech, with the website and the app, which we're doing, but with the way that we talk about it. It's no longer, I mean, it can still be about mad gains and number go up, but it's also a sophisticated financial vehicle for the wealthy individuals traditionally to invest in.
So how's the website going right now?
It is pretty much one button click away from being merged. So nice. We just need Richard to approve everything, and it'll be good. But I think he's got other priorities right now. It is ready. I will say it's ready. It's just pressing that merge button, I think.
because that's what I'm fascinated about, and you can see that in my website as well. I think is the experience of websites. Like you can make something so clean right now. You can make it like a whole
Mhm.
experience. Like I was saying, like the water on the ground for on my dashboard. It's just you can make things so clean, and if you can do that, then you're immediately your trustworthiness goes up like crazy because people just feel like they're in a more sophisticated space instead of just a spammy whatever. Like
Exactly.
crypt, you yeah, design really has can do a lot for
Yep.
X.
And I work with designers every day. I understand the power of UX and the power of design. I work at a UX company. Like we make apps and websites all day long. So I understand it's about the feeling that a user gets when they interact with your product.
Yes,
You want them
exactly.
to feel an emotion. So
Yeah,
anyway, guys,
perfect, man. I would love to work with you on this project. I think it would be
yeah,
fun.
we'll definitely talk after this. We'll make something happen. No
Yes.
expectations, everybody. No expectations.
No expectations.
Right. Cool, man. Well, good place to end it. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you
Talk to you on
too.
the next one.
Ciao, ciao.